Episode 224. With Tancred on the case, our quest to find this arson suspect is proceeding smoothly. Makes us wonder how we ever got by without him. Actually, wonder how quickly Heavensward would have gone if we had him on the case then. I guess he's mainly good for intelligence and stealth operations, things like that. Would that have been helpful during Heavensward? We were sort of fighting a war, kind of not really. But it was against dragons. I don't know how well he could stealth among the dragons or something. Or seduce them for information. But who knows? I mean, I guess that was a whole plotline, wasn't it? With how that happened with, the original Shiva. Could you do it, Tancred? Could you seduce a dragon? Answer my question. I don't think now's the time for it.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
No, I was just about to say he seems to be walking off that knife stab just fine. But then he added a little ow at the very end.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
Oh, that's what the Basilica is. It's actually indoors. I thought it was that plaza outside of the vault. Gotcha.
They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
I'm not sure how well thought out this whole plot is. If they want to usurp power, trying to take hostages doesn't seem like they're going to gain trust in the long road or whatever. Or I guess the word would be face.
Ridiculous! Do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
I mean, we've already done it before, right? We'll just storm the vault a second time.
Of course.
in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
Alright, and here I was wondering if this patch would end without, or these quests for this patch, 3.1, were about to end without any action. I kind of forgot about this. In later expansions, they try to make a point of including in every patch at least a dungeon or a trial, or if it's later on in the patch lifespan, or like in the patch X.3 or 4 or 5 or whatever, sometimes they'll have both, plus more or whatever. In this case though, for Heavensward, it's going to be none of those, just a duty. An instance, whatever this is called. Just like old times, eh? You weren't here for the old times when we stormed the vault the first time. Concentrate on freeing the hostages. I will tend to their wounds. Ready when you are, Komoy. Do not concern yourself with my safety, lest you forget I too am a knight. Last time we had someone looking like this join us in the vault. Well, whatever. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true Brothers of the Faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thornton VII. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seize control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Right. The building's magical defenses. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Artorel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Aymeric. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Choice of words there. Komoy doesn't trust shields, not after the last time we stormed the vault. Alone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. In a moment. He said we would enter the Basilica through this gate. I just wanted to... So, like, we enter the vault through... somewhere... around here? Through the back side here or something? Where exactly... Like, where exactly is the back door that we're entering through? I guess... maybe... somehow... Okay, there might be an entrance like down there. I guess that could be a door down there where that archway next to the bridge looking thing is. So maybe there's one of those around the back, or several of them? There's probably not just one entrance to the vault that we see over there, right? I guess. Anyway, that's all pointless. I just kind of want to get a sense for the area. Geographically, architecturally, whatever. Never really paid much attention to that stuff on my first playthrough, through my main character. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting. We were just scouting out the area, or something. Now how do we do this? What order makes sense to take these down in? Guess we'll just go one by one. Not exactly in a rush right now. Oh, he's going for the refugee. Can't let that happen. Do I still not? Oh, right. I guess I didn't get that cast off because the guy died. And I still haven't. I'm not going to bother reading these, they go by way too quickly. And they happen during battle. Like right now. It's kind of nice that they're using this space again. Secure the hostage, you got it.
Down with you!
That guy seems like he would attack the hostage at first glance. Nope, it's this guy. Get out of here, you. It's a good thing the fire isn't spilling over onto the hostage. Nope, I still got one more cast in me. I guess I could read these ones when we're out of action, like, not actively fighting. But then the fighting comes to us. Keep going, if you say so. Is it keep going or stay with them? Oh, I see. We're going this way and the others were going that way. Didn't notice. So I kind of left that one to you guys. You guys got it though, right? You can't really use AoE on these guys if they're not all grouped up.
You underestimate me!
What, I can't ethereal manipulation on that guy? He has to be in my party? They're still allies. I think you should be able to ethereal manipulation to whatever you want. Enemies, objects, whatever. But I guess I might be broken. So Simonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Huh, the word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. That's what we want. Activate the knights. we shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the Archbishop. Right. The magical defenses that are... well, they're... it's kind of funny that these are in the city. They're like monsters, basically. Unlike you, Sir Aymeric, I am a man of honor. By my hand, you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial, then. Lord Artroyal, Comoy, leave us, and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simonard. Is he actually... oh yeah, he is. Look at him go. Alright. Now I know we can actually fail... oh, there it is, on the right side. Aymeric's Vitality. Yeah, I do vaguely remember this. We're going this way, right? Wait, which way are we going? Wait. No, we're not going this way, right? Or are we? Okay. Get the hell out of here. Really focused on that refugee, huh? I guess they know their own win condition. I mean, I guess that is technically like a machine or a mammoth or whatever. Won't exactly attack what's attacking it like a living being. Alright, we actually have to rescue them though. Others nearby. Oh, there they are. I don't think we could access here before, like during the actual dungeon. Oh no, that refugee's in real trouble. I think I've been a little bit slow. Alright, that's only one though. This is troubling. Oh, Sir Aymeric needs... okay, yeah. Alright, I'm glad I can read. I might have been wandering around here searching for that last refugee. Hostage, whatever. If he didn't actually say that. Like I said, they kinda scroll by quickly. So it's easy to miss those things in the heat of battle, or right after it. Now let's get this guy off Aymeric first. The guy that's attacking us, we can let that happen, I guess. This guy's actually... oh, it's Simonard, that's why. Thought he was pretty tanky. He's not all that tanky, though. You want to patch yourself up? Guess he doesn't have potions. Oh, the last one was here. That makes sense. Yeah, you do it. And take all the credit, because you saved the last one. Oh, Mei Li.
Where is he? Where is he?
Okay, I kind of remember this.
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
What's going on in this guy's head? Calling Aymeric ungodly while doing this.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Saying exactly what I wanted to hear.
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
He's just a lunatic.
What? But I...
Vidafne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Har har. Very funny.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Kind of a great moment to be joking around, but I guess she saved this girl's life, so she gets to make all the jokes she wants.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Bracefelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
They're already talking about it, huh? Like, that happened 2 minutes ago, and it already is the talk of the town?
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause.
Can always leave it to Count Edmond to be a voice of reason, or whatever you would call it. Just a steady voice of, I guess, sobering, or something like that. Even in this happy moment. It's not unwelcome, but I guess when he delivers it with that voice of his, it's just kind of welcome.
I share your desire for lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefire in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
That's heavy.
Lord Edmund.
Just thinking about how this all mirrored all that stuff with Horsefond, and how Aymeric lost his own dad through patricide, basically. Kind of interesting, these two. Well, that was timely. Vidofnir must have been circling for hours. Was she? In the moments before Vidofnir appeared, I contemplated teleporting the girl. Thank the 12, I did not. Yeah, teleporting someone that's falling to save their life sounds kind of risky. Probably best not to do that, or even consider it ever again. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's far to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well timed scarcely does it justice, but one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ashgardians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Aimric's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fort Hump's Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Komori. I wish a word. Tell me, does Tancred seem quite well to you? Well, he's not exactly blind. I guess Komori doesn't know that yet. Did Y'shtola tell the rest of the party that she's blind now? Or is that just a moment between her and Matoya? I mean, he does have the eye patch, Tancred, so maybe he could be blind in one eye, but I'm pretty sure she's not talking about that. Had his own in the vault, got on well enough with Hilda. Not sure how to put it into words. No, I don't think Komori picked up on it. Got on well with Hilda, yeah. Of that I have no doubt. His time in the wilderness did not deprive him of his charm. But that is neither here nor there. What concerns me is his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate Aether has been compromised. Simply put, Tancred may no longer be able to wield magics. Okay. Then how is he flying through the air during that fight with the Warriors of Darkness and all that? There were like explosions coming out of his knives and everything. Or something like that. But I guess that's just normal people stuff, right? Whatever. He can't do magic, that's all. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness, instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. You're saying an NPC wouldn't use teleportation? Jeez. You need a lore reason for that? It feels like they never teleport unless they absolutely have to. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. What about you? Right then, I should be on my way. Krell may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? Did she or did she not tell us that she's blind? I can't actually remember. I'm going through my head. Different points in the story in the future, from my playthrough as my main character. Where are the points in time that we definitely know as the player, or rather, that our player character, knows that she's blind, because I'm pretty sure it's not a secret forever. It's definitely not. Lord Edmond told me all about what Vidofnir did. Gods, how I wish I had been there to see it.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Yeah, about that. I don't think we can trust that thing. Komori hates shields. But I guess it's a nice gesture.
there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat.
I mean, technically, kind of. He helped us. When we were storming the castle, that whole mission to rescue Emmerich, and just in general, housing us, warding us, who are kind of capable of high treason. Technically. I mean, the guy was evil, but I guess it was still technically treason.
Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
I mean, he brings up a solid point. The house is built on, not necessarily a lie, but kind of the obfuscation of the truth that the rest of the entire populace is or could be descended from the knights or whatever. Plus, just in general, they gained their power through manipulation and all that, right? They were buddy-buddy and all that with the church and all that, the high houses. I guess all of them were, to an extent. Some more than others, maybe. Would Komori say this? What does she know about being a knight? I guess all she would really know would be how Horsefon led by example. But that's not really enough to tell this guy how he should act. I don't think she knows what to say here.
But then I thought of my brother. A knight lives to serve, to aid those in need.
Right. It would be his words.
When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Horsefon. Will you be a sister to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
Well, something's going on there.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortance, Heavensward. As goes light, so goes darkness. Can always leave it to Count Edmond to sum things up nice and neatly. And I guess we actually get the shield. And the wind-up Horsefont. Kinda grim, but I understand the gesture. And what about you? This is thy proof? The Jaren Oracles? Apocrypha. Is Apocrypha good or bad? Was he dissing the Jaren Oracles or something? Apocrypha. The way I was reading this was that he didn't believe the proof or something, or... Well, I guess I'll just let it play out. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning, and of the past we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Guardians are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. We know those shoes. And we know that tattoo too. But mainly those pants, and I guess those gloves too. Well, everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Valgar, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. Well, that answers where the rest of them are. Well, except for one. Alright, and that's it on the patch 3.1 quests. I guess this would be... Yep, 3.2. And would you look at that, it's Philomene again. Much as I worry for the future of Ishgard, the fate of our missing friends concerns me even more. If only he could watch the cutscene himself. Alright, so what have we got? The wind-up Horsefont, which is kind of... Well, let's read this first. Crafted by the first son of House Hyanarte to honor the passing of one of House Fortomp's greatest knights. Its miniature replica of the great Horsefont Greystone only begins to tell the tale of a man who devoted his life to the service of his nation and his friends. Okay, so it was made in honor of him, just making like a small little wind-up doll of a guy that kind of died tragically is... Well, it might be frowned upon, but I guess that's just what people do when they're mourning, I guess, to honor them. Same thing with this guy. And the quote is, Lord Horsefont is, from all indications, quite fond of you. Discomposed cataloger. I remember that. I remember that line, not from the Discomposed Cataloger, whoever that is, but I'm pretty sure that was a line for one of the quests that we accepted when first meeting Horsefont. I remember that from my recording, I think, on this character. At least I think I do. Kinda... Well, it's fine. We'll just put it away. We'll keep it, but we'll put it away. Kinda looking at it is a little bit sad. And I guess we also got this shield, which I can equip because I am a gladiator, but... not exactly something Komoi would do. Oh yeah, I guess shields can be equipped onto black mages, but this one's for gladiator/paladins only. And of course it's meant to be a nice gesture and all that, but... well... this is the thing that kind of failed Horchefant in his dying moment, right? The shield broke and then he died. I mean, I guess maybe that had to do with something like his own magic. However, magic works in Final Fantasy whenever you're a gladiator using a shield. It's not all just steel that's blocking a magical spell, it's also your own ether or something. Because I'm pretty sure it's not all just like physical fortitude that does all the tanking or whatever. Although maybe that's not true if Thancred's able to hold his own without etheric manipulation or whatever. Not the point. In any case, I think this gift is a bittersweet thing for Komoy. She'll keep it, just like the doll, but she won't use it. Now where am I going? We've got a few minutes left in the episode, actually several. But I'm not continuing the main story until we've done all the patch 3.1 stuff that I want to finish up. Like that. But we already did all of the main quest stuff, so it'd be weird to follow up with like a dungeon or... well, I simply don't have enough time for any of the big things. Let's do more cleanup over here. With these side quests that are just lingering outside the mansion. Just as Komoy is preparing to leave after that nice little chat, the nice gifts that she received, she gets called over by Tworsifers, again, for 2 more quests. Excuse me, adventurer. I would ask a favor of you on behalf of House Fortomps. My lord is hosting a banquet. Oh, your lord, huh? Oh, you got a new lord now, and his name is Artoirel. And requests attendance from the other high houses. Take these invitations and see they are delivered at once. I see. It's probably a banquet to announce the new head of the house to the other houses. Of course, it isn't actually that. This quest could have been accepted all the way back when you first came to Heavensward the first time. Or when you came to this place, Why am I forgetting this place again? Where are we? Idleshire... this place is Ishgard. It's Ishgard. Don't know why I'm forgetting that. Anyway, you could have accepted this quest back in Ishgard so it has nothing to do with the recent events. Leaving these with the guards will do, but they must be delivered. Okay, we'll do that. I look worried? Nonsense. Why would I have anything to be worried about? Okay, I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Lord Emmanuel requests I deliver a missive to Lady Lanayette. At the Rose House. I remember him specifically mentioning that failure would not be tolerated. It is a simple task, yet the thought of something going awry has my stomach in knots. I am loath to trust my duties upon another, but would you be willing to deliver this missive? Loath to trust his duties, huh? You already did that, for the other quest. I cannot afford to take chances. Surely a woman of your talents can see the deed done without fail. Please, you are my only hope. Okay, we'll do this thing first, then the other one. I guess this quest, if we did it when we first arrived in Ishgard, would have been nice to give us a tour of the other high houses and maybe internalize how exactly they stand in relation to House Fortomps. But I guess we're getting it now, way after the base Heavensward story. What business have you as House High Norte? An invitation to dine with House Fortomps? My lord would be honored to attend. But I'm afraid he's quite busy at present. What was the breach of Ishgard's defenses and rising heretic activity? Okay, that is a little bit dated. Can't exactly change that for the recent events. Can't rightly say he's too busy, though. That's for him to decide. You have me word. This invitation will be delivered. And Zamile over there. Oh, there's Artuaro. What's he got to say? Given the recent events. Though it be born of a lie, our legacy need not end in disgrace. House Fortomps will live on, for the people's sake. Yeah, I guess the foundation is a lie, so it's kind of like risky business continuing the whole 4 high houses thing. But since they are ingrained and everything else that they did after building on the lie wasn't 100% like evil wrongdoing or whatever, because I mean they are sort of good guys, right, over in House Fortomps. I guess they still have to continue what they're doing. Wouldn't do to just uproot the whole situation, which I guess was the same thing that they were saying about all of that stuff going on in Ul'dah. Again, I'm forgetting the name of a major city, but it feels like the stuff in Ul'dah is maybe something that deserves to be uprooted more than stuff over here. It's complicated. One's capitalist, the other one is the church. They're both kind of iffy business. This is the residence of House Zamile. If you have no business here, I must ask you to leave. A banquet hosted by House Fortomps, I see. Oh, it's nothing. It's just, my lord has been tied up with the restoration of Falcon's Nest. I imagine making time to attend will be difficult. Nevertheless, I will see to it he receives the invitation. My lord is a busy man, but you can be sure he will have this invitation. And Durandare, all the way over here. I guess we can teleport. This quest is also kind of near the outside of the manor, but it's not exactly a guy hounding down the doors of Fortomps Manor. Not going to be bothering us every time we're in House Fortomps for some kind of story cutscene like we just were, so it'll be less annoying for this NPC to just be over here with this quest forever. Oh, it's down here. What business brings you to House Durandare? Speak up. A dinner with House Fortomps? And whose favor do they aim to gain this time? Not that it concerns you, but House Durandare and Fortomps don't exactly see eye to eye. Little wonder they would ask you to deliver this missive. But far be it from me to exacerbate matters. The invitation will be delivered. What my lord does with it is not my concern. The invitation will be delivered in due time. Now please stop loitering about the manor. Yeah, that quest would have been great for getting the lowdown on the relationships between these houses and their identities. Even on my second playthrough here with Komoy, it took me a while to internalize the characters of each of the houses. Even when we became a machinist and kind of worked closely with one house for the entirety of that job quest. Kind of went the long way around. Whatever. Ah, so you have returned. I hope you are not met with too much hostility. The high houses of Ishgard are descended from the heroes who once fought alongside Heldras, the first Azir Dragoon, and so is everybody else, potentially, don't forget. Their ancestors were the founders of Ishgard, and it is from their bloodlines the Archbishop is chosen. Right. Yeah, about that. I actually didn't know that the Archbishop had to be from the bloodlines of the Knights 12 or whatever. There is no force greater than their combined strengths when pitted against the Horde. When vying for power here in Ishgard, however, they are like squirrels fighting for territory in a small pit. To involve yourself in politics here is a dangerous game. You would do well to remember that. Yeah, we're kind of a little bit more than involved. We've been more than involved. This guy is out of the loop. Next one's over here. And actually, we're just turning in the quest already. We're done as soon as we talk to her. I can imagine how this goes already. This rose-scented letter. Ah, Komoy, you're looking well. But what brings you here to Cloudtop? If there is aught you require, you need only ask. If the sickly sweet words of eternal love contained within this missive are not enough to induce nausea, the copious amounts of rose oil applied to the parchment most certainly will. Rose oil? A letter from Lord Amanelaine. I'm terribly sorry about this. I never imagined he would attempt something so shameless. I'm afraid to say he's always been like this. House Hyonarte and House Vortomps have always maintained good relations, and as such, those close in years often spend time together from an early age. I spent much of my youth playing together with Lord Amanelaine, but now I fear he still clings too tightly to memories of our youth. Though I admit, it is sometimes to my benefit. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for Torcifer's. No doubt he asked you to come in his place. I can sympathize with his anxiety over upsetting Lord Amanelaine, but this is no way to treat a guest. Please, accept this as a token of my apology. I realize it's not much, but it is all I can offer at present. What'd she offer? Just the money? I mean, we get paid that anyway. That's like, where does that come from? Does it come from the person that gives us the quest, or does it just like come from the game developers? Do we literally get the money like every time we accept a quest? Or is it just like a game mechanic that they have to give you money after every quest? I mean, I guess it could be both, but maybe it's just one. Right, so we're just going back here. So now I'm in the position of needing to decide again what I want to do and in what order. We're going to have dungeons, we're going to have the raid. We're going to have... what else? What else happens in patch 3.2? Or rather, after 3.1, other than the main story. I could even do stuff like the level 60 quests for some of my other classes, including these, because I only went up to level 50 for Alchemist and Carpenter. I'll have to think about it. I guess I'll have to sleep on it. And Komoy is also going to sleep on it, literally, because that's a thing I can do. Now would be a good time to take a break.